Welcome back to another video, everyone. So today's video, it's going to be about what supplements I've been taking to sort of facilitate me in running and every other endeavour really. Just what I like to take for my health, mentally, physically. I'm still doing my resistance training, so that's a big part in it as well. And just supplements that I recommend to the average person. A lot of them can fit in your life, but obviously I'd also want to start with a disclaimer to say supplements are literally in addition to what you should be already getting through your diet. You want to focus on your diet, training, sleep before any sort of supplementation. They're the three pillars I recommend to everyone to incorporate into your routine that you've got structured out for yourself. But obviously it is the title of the video and it is something I'm going to speak about, so let's get into it. Number one, right, I think a lot of young people growing up think this is some sort of anabolic, but it's not. It's just creatine. A brief description of creatine. We use creatine phosphate for our, when we're training, it's our energy system. So when we lose one of them phosphates, creatine monohydrate gives us one more. So in essence, it's giving us more strength and endurance, to say the least, without going into too much of the science of it. It's the most backed, the most scientifically proven supplement there is to gain a benefit. So why not take it, And I recommend this to everyone. Anyone that trains, whether it's resistance training, running, any form of training, I recommend you use creatine. And don't be getting too fancy with it. Creatine monohydrate, 5 grams per day. Don't be bothered about loading it. You're going to get the stores full up in the end anyway if you're being consistent with it. I prefer to go unflavoured. I'll get my BCAAs, I'll throw it into there, put in my protein shake, literally any form of liquid I'll put it in. Just don't be doing it on its own because it doesn't taste the best. So creatine, that's my number one recommendation. Number two, and this might come to a bit of a shock maybe, caffeine. I like to drink Monsters. A lot of people in the field don't, so I get a bit of stick for it, but if you're in the fitness industry, we all love a good Monster. And this just genuinely helps me to be as productive as I can really, and when I don't feel like doing things and the days that I don't want to do things, it gives me that kick, especially now towards the back end. So we all know I'm in a deficit, so definitely in a deficit. It's something I recommend playing with in the latter stages, just to keep yourself going. You will wake up and you're going to have less energy because you're eating less food, which is your fuel for the day. So caffeine is definitely a must for me, and it's something I enjoy. I like the feeling of being caffeinated, so why not? It's not gonna harm me. It's also one of the most researched drugs as well. It's legal. You can get it through your coffee if you want. I don't really like the taste of coffee. I do like a good latte, but we can't be wasting calories on lattes, so yeah. And number three, the good old protein. We've got the Biscoff one here, which is lovely. I have mine in a paste sometimes. I've also got Velocity Ray, so I'll put that I think that's chocolate sponge cake. I'll put that in my oats before I train. And protein itself is not going to make you big. If you don't create a stimulus for your muscles to grow, you're not gonna grow. Protein is better taken from meats. If you can fit all your protein in through your meats and other sources of protein, by all means do it. Whey is again just a supplement. So for me personally, it's just quick, efficient, 25 to 20 grams of protein, nice and easy. And sometimes I'll have protein bars as well. If I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, and this provides me with that sweet tooth craving to satisfy me as well. So that's the only reason I take protein. you can get a bit fancy with them, you can make all sorts, or you could just, you know, have it in a bog standard shake. So it's up to you how you have it really. I definitely recommend the Biscoff. I'm not sponsored by any of these Supps, but maybe we could change that in the future. But we'll see how we get on. So yeah, number 3 is definitely protein. Thought I'd do a bit of change of scenery. Don't think you've seen this angle before. It's sort of the opposite way to what I usually go for. So but yeah, number 4, something that's been a staple for me at the minute during running. Electrolytes, and these are just, you know, cheap ones from Home Bargain B&M, but they provide a good need for me. You know, I like to train fasted, so usually I do like a 3 or 5k run in the morning. There's not much food I can take, and I don't really want to feel too bloated or full when I'm running. So one of these, you know, it gives me all the electrolytes I need, so your potassium, your sodium, you know, stuff that your body will need. And sometimes if I'm going for a longer one, I'll take another one of these with me because I sweat quite heavily, so it gives me that chance to get back me salts in and you know, feel hydrated again. So that's why I take the electrolytes, and they are definitely a staple for someone who does quite a lot of running. And then we've got, I'll probably save that for last, ashwagandha, purely for sleep. If you're someone that struggles with sleep, I've spoken about this on my Instagram in the past, it's definitely a great product for you to try. It may not work for you, but you know, in essence, you know, what it does, it helps the body to get in that parasympathetic state. So you know, you've got the sympathetic state where, where you fight or flight, you're all jittery. So after the gym, because I train quite late for resistance, I'm in that state. So I'll pop an ashwagandha, helps me relax, I'll get my final meal in for the day, and then I'll hit the snooze. So that's why I like ashwagandha. It definitely helped me massively. You know, it says what it does: stress and mood support, resistance to fatigue, and I feel like when I do sleep, it gives me more of a deep sleep as well. So I've noticed that through tracking it through the Garmin. So I do struggle when I go out. Sometimes I can feel a difference. Well, that's not to say I don't get a lot of sleep anyway, because you know, I'm quite keen and quite big on a sleep routine and having enough sleep to help me be productive the next day. I don't get 4 or 5 hours sleep. For me, that's just not, it's not good for me. The next day I can't function at all, so I need at least 7-8 hours at least to function properly. So ashwagandha, definitely a must, and I'd recommend to try it out. It's quite cheap as well. It's not to break the bank, but again, doesn't go without saying you need a proper routine and structure, and that can sort a lot of your issues in terms of sleeping, like insomnia and stuff. And then last, it probably is the least to be fair, just pre-workouts. I've got the Naughty Boy Sick Pump here. I just picked it up from the Fitness Expo in town. But yeah, I don't really like stim pre-workouts. I get my caffeine in through my Monster, so I don't need to dose them because I train quite late. It's a bit silly of me to even think about taking a pre-workout then, because I definitely won't get any sleep. So I've got the pump products, which is quite a stacked panel to be fair. We've got, you know, beta-alanine, which you hate it or love it. That's what makes you a bit itchy, if you didn't know. So look out for that on the panel if you do get a pre-workout. Tyrosine, lion's mane. So a really good panel, to say the least. It's quite new, I haven't tried this one. So the one before was the Alpha Lion Superhuman Pump. That's the one I took, which was very good as well. But I usually only take them on back and, well, push and pull days. I tend to stay away from pre-workouts on leg days and just maybe have a Monster a bit later on, so it'll carry that effect into my leg day. So that's really it for the supplements. Again, it's not something that is just going to change the way you feel, the way you are, the way you look. It sort of adds on to what you're already doing. So you know, my advice would be go out and focus on you. So now we just sit and watch it wait. Quite nice to use strawberry and Lime or strawberry and kiwi, is it? Lime, yeah. Pretty nice. So yeah, also they're pretty good if you've got a hangover in the morning, because you know you're out partying, sweating, dancing, two-stepping to the music. So pop one of these when you get in or in the morning, and you'll definitely feel better than if you just have some like water on its own, because no bars water does hydrate you. It doesn't give you back, you know, the minerals and nutrients and electrolytes that your body needs. So one of these will definitely do the job for you. Also, we've got the absolute stacked animal multivit. You actually feel like a superhuman when you have these. So you know, we're back on them. Calories are still relatively low for like high performance, so we're gonna be having 2 servings of these, which is the actual serving size. I was taking half at the start just to sort of delay the use of them. I think there's 40 servings per one, so you can see there. I'm not sure if you can see everything because there's that much on it. That's how stacked the panel is. Everything from your amino acids to digestive enzymes, focus, antioxidants, performance, liver detox, all your vitamins and minerals. So absolutely everything and anything on there, which helps obviously to give it, you know, just one. Well, I say one. It's about 20 tablets per one, so it's a pain to take. I hate taking tablets as well, so it is a struggle for me, but it's not we can't get on with. Get a big jug and we'll just take one at a time if we need to. So that's it for the Supps. It's pretty basic but pretty necessary for me and where I'm at the minute. The only other things I'd say I'd take are like isotonic gels for when I do long running, but you know, you don't really need to go with them. You can have any form of carb, to be fair, so it's just that I prefer them gels. Whatever, you can get them from B&M home bargain, so nothing out the ordinary you can't get hold of yourself. So yeah, that's all the Supps. So